What is a spiral jetty and what does it have to do with toilet paper?
We'll answer that burning question and more coming up.
So stay tuned. The spiral jetty, which we're going to show you, and toilet paper are answers in the 10 RV quarantine questions, which we have been challenged to do by our good friends Donovan and Jody of RV on the Wayside.
So let's get started. Number 1, how many rolls of toilet paper do you currently have? As far as the number of toilet paper rolls we have, there's 30 in the bottom that we just barely bought yesterday, plus another 28. So that makes a total of 58 rolls of toilet paper that we have in the house. Number 2, what has been the biggest change since lockdown? Well, like many of you, the biggest change has been our travel plans. When we started out in 2020, as you'll see in our very first video that we did, we're going to link it up there, we mentioned going to Europe this summer, and that is not going to be happening. No, that's totally off the table. So until recently, we were planning on taking the RV back east, where we are from, but we're rethinking that, and we'll let you know what our plans are.
Exactly. So, well, clearly we're not home. So where are we?
We are at Timp Cave
National Monument, right?
Yes.
It is obviously not open right now. The national parks are working on a phased opening, but this is currently not open. But Timp Cave National Monument is a cave that's up there.
It's located in American Fork Canyon.
In American Fork, Utah. And it's about 1.5 mile hike. It's a paved road, as you'll see. And they call it strenuous on the website.
And it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's like climbing to the top of a 102-story building.
Exactly. But there's places to stop and rest along the way, and it's a beautiful hike. Even though the park is not open right now, you can make this nice walk and see the beautiful scenery that's around here.
When the cave is open, you must have tickets to enter it.
Yeah, there's a guided tour. You can check the National Park Service website and find out when they reopen, and all the information on admission and ticket prices for the guided tour. All right, so that's the answer to question number 2 from Timp Cave National Monument. Great Salt Lake is arguably one of the most recognized natural landmarks in Utah, and that is where we are right now. We are actually on Antelope Island, which is a state park, and it is open. And yes, there are antelope here. The pronghorn antelope lives here, and in 1993 they actually introduced bison, which you should not approach like ever. They are wild and they will hurt you.
And so they're big.
Stay away from them. Okay, so we're here though to answer question number 3, which is, where is your RV currently parked or docked?
So right now it's being used by some friends for a 14-day quarantine as they came back into the United States from a foreign country.
Right. It's being used for a good purpose. So that's where it is. And so now on to number 4.
Question number 4, what have you gone without? And we have been fortunate because we really haven't gone without anything other than social contact, which is sort of the definition of being in lockdown.
Exactly. We've been able to see our kids and our grandkids, but not a lot of friends and church friends and other friends. So that's what we've been without, is social contact.
So where are we anyway?
We are at, this is the place Monument Park. This is a park that's up, partway up Immigration Canyon. And Immigration Canyon is the place where the early Mormon pioneers came through as they came to the Salt Lake Valley. And the story goes that Brigham Young stood and said, "This is the place."
But what really happened was he sat up in his wagon because he had Rocky Mountain spotted fever.
He was really sick.
And he looked out across the valley and said, "This is the right place, drive on."
And then went back to being sick. And the rest is history, so to speak.
This park is a great place for families. It has trail riding and lots of activities.
Pioneer demonstrations too. It's really cool.
Yeah, pioneer activities for the kids. It's right across from Hogle Zoo.
So when you come here, make sure you come to This Is the Place, because it's a pretty good place.
It is. It's lots of fun.
Okay, on to the next one.
Okay, so we're here at number 5, and the question is, what are we most grateful for? And the answer is for one another, for our family, and for our faith in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Exactly. We chose to come here to Temple Square to answer this question. Behind us is the Tabernacle, and it is a remarkable building that was completed in 1867. And you may know, or maybe you don't know, that the Tabernacle is the home of and the namesake of the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square, formerly known as the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I did have the opportunity to be a member of the Tabernacle Choir for 8 years, from 2004 to 2012. It was a wonderful opportunity that it will live with me for the rest of my life, and I appreciated the opportunity to do that and sing many, many concerts in this building and again, really all over the United States. So that was a really wonderful opportunity. Something else you may not realize is that when the choir is in session, and normally it is, but because of COVID-19, they are on hiatus at this point. But when the choir is in session, you can come here to the Tabernacle on Thursday evenings, and you can come in and listen to them rehearse. It's for free. And then on Sunday mornings, when they do the CBS radio broadcast, Music and the Spoken Word, you can also come to this building or across the street to the conference center, wherever they're performing, and listen to that concert also for free. So it's a really wonderful opportunity to hear one of the world's largest choirs. They're about 360 to 370 strong, often with the orchestra at Temple Square and sometimes even with the bells at Temple Square. So this is a wonderful place, and we highly recommend it.
This is the Salt Lake Temple. It's also here right next to the Tabernacle. And you can see that there's currently scaffolding up on the top. That's they're working on some earthquake damage that occurred during our recent earthquake. There's also, you can notice there's lots of construction around the temple. They're putting in earthquake resistant mechanisms to help the temple survive in the case of an earthquake.
The Salt Lake Temple was completed in 1898. It took 40 years to build this building. And if you look, you'll see all the different granite blocks. Those came out of the New Cottonwood Canyon Granite Quarry. And the construction really took off when they were able to put a spur in of the railroad from the canyon down here to Salt Lake, so that they could transport the blocks of granite. And it took 40 years to build it. It's going to take 4 years to renovate it. When it's completed in 2024, they are going to open the Salt Lake Temple to the public for tours, so that people can come in and see the inside of this really beautiful building. Then after that, they will close it, rededicate it, and begin worship services again. If you're here in 2024, we would love to have you come and take the opportunity to go see the interior of this beautiful historic building for yourself.
Question number 6. What do we miss most?
We think it's finding weird things and interesting people and interesting places. And so since we missed that, we thought, well, let's see if we can find something weird in our own backyard, meaning here in northern Utah.
And we did.
We did. We are at the Spiral Jetty. You can see that in the background. We're actually on the northwest corner of the Great Salt Lake. And this is an earthwork sculpture that's 1,500 feet in length as it spirals around. And
it took 13 million pounds of rock to build it.
In 1970 is when it was built.
There were a lot of weird things in 1970.
It doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't have any existential thing. It doesn't have any weird vibes. It's just a thing. And it's kind of weird. But it's our weird. So we just wanted to make sure you could see Spiral Jetty. To get out here, it's about 15 to 16 miles further west. Is that right?
Sort of southwest.
Then Golden Spike Historical Park, in Promontory. The road is all dirt, so just be aware of that. As you can see, our drone shots, it is okay to bring a drone out here. That's going to be the best way to see the whole jetty, actually. So, is with a drone, or else hike to the top of this hill.
Or you can hike around the spiral itself.
Yep, which we did. There may be some area around here that you could camp, but other than pretending that you're on an ocean, there's really nothing else here. It's just spiral jetty. So,
yep.
There you go. That's your weird thing for the day. Okay. So, number 7. How long has it been since you've been at a campsite?
Well, the last campsite worth talking about was the next to last one we were in. And it was in Wickiup, Arizona, the Burrow Creek BLM campground. And we really enjoyed that campground. It was a lot of fun. That was the middle of March, and it is now the middle of May. So it's been about 2 months since we've been in a campground.
Exactly. So that's the answer to that question. So where are we now?
We are at Golden Spike National Historical Park.
It commemorates the joining of the two railroads, the Transcontinental Railroad, May 10th, 1869. And you can see here the plaque that was placed there. There is, of course, no more Golden Spike or Silver Spike. Those are long gone. But this is the place where the Eastern Railroad and the Western Railroad met. It was in Promontory, Utah. What a lot of people don't know is that Brigham Young, who was the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints at that time, was a huge proponent of the railroad coming in, because up until then, members of the church who were converts coming from Europe or the East had to come in handcarts like you see here, or wagons, and that was a really difficult way to travel. So they were really glad to have the railroad be able to bring people here to Utah. Now, like I said, the Golden Spike itself is long gone, but the Golden Spike Historical Park is still here for you to enjoy and come and learn a bit of history of our country and see the beautiful northern Utah scenery. So that's number 7. What is your favorite quarantine food? We had to narrow it down to something, and we decided it's Habit Burger.
Although there's a lot of other places we like too, but our governor has told us that we need to eat out 3
times a week. Now,
now that's takeout.
That's
obviously.
Right. We have not, and we just got takeout. See it right there. What? With Habit Burger, which is a chain. I think they're starting in California, and they've spread to here in Utah, and they're really good burgers. So Habit Burger, I guess, even though we hardly ever have them, it's kind of our favorite because that's what we're doing today. This is a really good burger. Yep. Definitely favorite quarantine food for sure. So something you might want to know about that's a little unique to Utah. I guess it's unique. It's been here since we've been here, which is 44 years this year. Is fry sauce. Does anybody know what fry sauce is? Fry sauce is ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together. And that's fry sauce right there. Fry sauce. Not really sure about its origins, but it's famous enough it had an Olympic pin along with green Jell-O in 2002. So now you know, fry sauce.
Good morning, and I'm here to answer number 9. What do you do for exercise and workouts? And I'm at the trailhead for the Murdock Trail, and I will often take a run, usually about 5K, and that's what I'm planning to do this morning. Sometimes I walk, but most of the time I run, if not fast, but do get a little bit of running in.
Eric's preferred method of running is on a trail. This is my preference, is a treadmill. This is my treadmill at home. I mean, I walk on a trail too, but it's not my preference. I like a treadmill and TV, and I can watch channels that way. It's cool. And then the other thing that Derek likes to do, he's really good at, I'm not so good, is strength training. He does a lot of that too, and he'll do that in the RV as well, which is amazing.
Right now, we are at Bridal Falls Park. It is a 605-foot cascade waterfall, And there's plenty of other activities here. There's trails and
biking and picnicking, and there's a lot of families that are here right now enjoying the falls. You can hike up quite near it actually, which is really kind of cool. So
yeah, it's very beautiful and
really
a great place to spend some time. In fact, many of the places that we've gone to and shown you have great hiking
and biking and picnicking and all kinds. So this is a great state of recreation. It really is.
Yeah.
So, all right, so question number 10 is, who are we challenging next? And first on our list is Castle Hide.
Next is Fifth Wheeling Food and Fixins.
Right. And number 3, Consider the Wonders.
Number 4, Runaway RV Nesters.
And number 5, the Northwoods RV Life. Now, if you've already done it, that's no worries. If you're not into it, don't want to do it, that's okay too. But if you'd like to, we'd love to hear from you. So that's going to do it for us this time. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, restless friends, you stay safe and take care.
Bye.